Whew, this is weird. It's been a minute since I've sat down with the cameras, much less with premium lighting equipment. It's been a while actually, almost 8 years. And since my last video, I've been busy. I'm still around. I started my career in freelance media, doing photography and videography, putting all these skills that I've learned making videos growing up to use. And I can say that it's been one of the most fulfilling things of my life so far. So I'm stoked to be making videos again. Feels really good to be on this side of the camera for a change. I've learned so much being behind the camera the last several years, but there's so much that I wish I had recorded that I could share, because that footage goes up, or those photos go up somewhere and some people see them, but I want to share the aspects of what goes into all of that. But going forward, I just want to make content that I'm passionate about and share the experiences that I go through as a business owner in the creative world, as a cinematographer, photographer, and still balancing the fitness side of bodybuilding, strength. And I've also been getting into endurance sports like running. So that's a side that I want to share, but all of it together is what makes me, me, and I want to share that with you. With all that said, here's a little recap of the last 8 years and what I've been up to. I graduated college in 2017 with my business administration degree in entrepreneurship and marketing, thinking I knew everything, but every single interview that I went on was just soul draining. I couldn't envision myself working a 9-to-5, and that's no knock on anyone doing that in the corporate world, but it just wasn't right for me. So I moved home, I moved back in with mom and dad, and I had no idea what I wanted to do. This was the first time I felt no direction, no drive. I genuinely didn't know what I wanted to do. I knew that I loved fitness, I knew that I loved content creation, but outside of that, I had no idea what I was doing. Luckily, I got a job at a local gym called Impact Sports Performance, where I had interned for a few summers before. So I had done a little bit of content creation for them, but my experience in the content creation game, at least commercially, was close to none at that point. I'd interned for Impact for 2 years before that maybe, but outside of that, it was just videos that I made on YouTube and the content creation that I did for my marketing club in college. So I didn't know what I was doing there either, but I just started creating. I created social media videos, promo videos. Impact had a really good base of athletes on the pro, college, and even high school level. So I was making a lot of videos with athletes, and that just started to open more doors.
I'm Dan Skipper, offensive lineman for the Detroit Lions. I am an Impact athlete.
And I went on to work there for about 5 years, but in that time, a lot happened. Mainly, I was just trying to learn as much as possible about being a freelancer and the entire creative process, but I was loving every second of it, and I realized that networking was so important, and at the time, music was kind of like my passion project, so I was just cold emailing tour managers, trying to shoot any show that I could that was passing through Denver, and you know, some of them worked, some of them didn't, but I definitely got to shoot some really cool shows with some amazing artists here in Denver, and believe it or not, one of those shows I met an NFL player in the green room, and it was at a Marquis Basie show, and he was friends with him. I can't remember the exact story, but he was telling me about a position at the NFL, and that would end up being a game changer for me. I got my first big break with the NFL doing content for the Denver Broncos, and I created live content for them on game days for a full season.
I'm really excited to bring you guys along today. We're going to do some media coverage and photograph the Denver Broncos game today. We got our sideline photo pass all ready to go. Today we're playing the Browns, and it's a Saturday game. There's only 2 of those for the NFL.
Working for the Broncos is an experience I'm never gonna forget, and I'm so happy that I was able to do that. And I met some of the coolest people doing that I'm still friends with today. And that led to me working with the Colorado Avalanche shortly afterwards, pretty much doing the exact same thing, creating content on game day and getting it up as soon as possible so that their social channels could use it. the Avalanche season ended and I started freelancing even harder than before. And this summer was one of the best summers of my life because I moved out on my own. I moved in with some of my friends, and these are some of my best friends still today. And they're also extremely talented cinematographers and photographers. So I think that who you surround yourself with is obviously really important, but what you're all doing together I think is even more important. And we were just challenging ourselves. We were all young, we were all hungry, all doing different things, but I learned so much during that period and I had so much fun. From there, my best friend Cooper Sheen and I started our first media agency called Origin Media Company. And everything was going great, but then COVID hit. And I felt like all of this momentum that I had built up was just completely halted. And I did what I could. I took any gig that I could find just to make money at the time. And yeah, it was a tough time. Ironically though, during this extremely slow and frustrating time, one of the coolest opportunities and clients that I've ever had came across my plate, and that's none other than Phil Heath. And that was an experience that I'm never gonna forget. It was truly amazing to be capturing arguably the best bodybuilder of all time. I'll say it here. I mean, hey, let me know in the comments. But yeah, I created content for Phil for that whole year, and I went to Orlando with him for the 2020 Olympia. Didn't go the way that he had planned, but it was still so cool to see that championship mentality and see someone who was so good at their craft day in and day out, just grinding. So yeah, I made some really cool videos with Phil. It was awesome getting to know him. He later moved to Florida, so I don't see him very often anymore, but that was a fun chapter in my life. I've been working with a lot of bodybuilders because we have one of the most famous bodybuilding gyms here in Denver called Armbrust Pro Gym. There's just a swath of amazing bodybuilders and athletes out of that gym, so it was easy to start that, but it was picking up quickly. And the problem is I had all my commercial work that I was posting alongside the bodybuilding stuff. And when you have a media company and there's no direction in the sense of your marketing, it kind of sends a mixed message. I knew that I needed to niche down, and so I wanted to create an avenue just for the bodybuilding stuff. So then I started my second company called Physique Visuals. The idea was to have a media company that was solely focused on bodybuilding and fitness, and immediately it was a hit. We started covering all the shows here in Colorado on the NPC level, and before we knew it, we were covering the Mr. Olympia competition, and now we've done that for 3 years in a row. And that brings us to now. There's so much that I left out, and there's so much that I want to share with you guys, but you're just gonna have to tune in for the future videos. I'm just excited to be making videos again. I can't wait to share more of this journey with you. I hope that you tune in and watch, so make sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.
I know it's keep my head down.